so that it will be easy for you to understand the actual meaning. And it was written by James Kirkham. Okay. So hi everyone, hope you are all doing well and you are safe at home. So today we are going to learn the next poem, that is No Men Are Foreign. Okay, and it was written by James Kirkham. Okay, so what's the main idea of this poem and why did the poet thought to write this poem? So you should know the background of this poem, like what happened to the poet so that he thought to write these types of poem. So the first reason is it was written during the time of Second World War. So as we all know, during the time of Second World War, a lot of things was happening. Okay, so a lot of innocent peoples are losing their lives. So that's the reason the poet thought to write this, and this poem giving you the message, and the message is only one, that is humanity. Okay, so you should not say no to the humanity. It depends how you are leading your life. It depends how you are respecting to your own neighbors, to your own family members. Okay, so and then for the another countries. Okay, so here the main theme of the poem, it is no men are foreign. Okay, so it's not like if I am Indian I should hate the Pakistan people. No, why? Because we are not enough to hate anyone. Okay, we don't have a right to hate anyone. Why do we want to hate them? Okay, that's the main thing. And he is talking about the universal brotherhood. Okay, so here he is talking about universal brotherhood, fraternity, equality and oneness. So as I told you, the poet, he had only one motto and he had a one message. And what's that message? That no men are foreign. You should respect everyone and you should maintain the brotherhood. Okay, the fraternity meaning as well, like brotherhood. Okay, so without any further delay, let's move on. And first I am going to recite this poem, then I'll explain it, and finally we are going to learn its poetic elements. Okay, so this how, like, either this poem has rhyming words or not, and which part of speech does it speaks. Okay, then we'll have a question and answer session so that easily you can able to understand it and you won't get any difficulty during the time of your exam. Okay, so let's move on. The first I'll recite it. Okay, so the first here, remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms a single body breathes, like ours the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this, in which we all shall lie? They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by the peaceful harvest by war. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Okay, so now let me explain you. Here it's talking about the what does the one word remember. So here in the first stanza, okay, here you may see remember no men are foreign. He is telling remember. Okay, you have to fix that in your mind. Ki no men are strange, no men are foreign, and beneath all uniforms. So beneath all uniforms, ki we, like, we'll know which type of uniform it is. Okay, if, like, by seeing the soldier's uniform you can able to identify, okay, this soldier is from that particular country. Okay, so that's he's telling beneath uniforms. Okay, by seeing the uniforms it dedicates what it dedicates for the soldiers. Okay, so he's telling about the soldiers. By seeing the soldiers uniform only you can able to identify, okay, this particular man is from that country, and what you have to do, you have to hate them. No, it's not like that. Okay, he's telling don't hate anyone. Okay, then the poet addresses the readers that and reminds them that no men are strange and no country is foreign. He says no one no one is different from the other. He wishes to remove the borders of the country so that everyone will be free to move around. Okay, so what he wish, like the borders are there, right? So if you want to go for the Pakistan, there will be a border, so you don't have a right to go there, okay? Without any permission you can't go there. So here the poet is telling, I wish there would be no boundaries, okay? By like, because of the boundaries we are dividing, and because of the boundaries we are telling, I am Indian, you are Pakistanis, you are from America. It because of the border. And also is telling, under the uniform we all have the same body, under the uniform, okay? So if you have seen the soldiers, they have wore the like Indian army, so uniform. So uniform is different, okay? Like I'll agree ki this particular country should have the different uniforms, but you are wearing, so what you have, you are the human being, and to whom you are going to kill, to whom you are planning to kill, they are also human being. So this is not a good way, okay? And then he said the land on which, so here he says about the land brother walks upon. So here, which the man of other countries walk is similar, okay? The in the land, it's not necessary ki you, or like if you are Indian, you have the rights to walk, no. Like everyone have the rights to walk on the earth, okay? So and then then he is telling ki other countries walk is similar to how you are walking, like that only your neighbor countries, they are also walk the same, they also need what you want, okay? And then he says the earth is one, and we are all be buried after the death on the same earth, okay? So this stanza, the last line he is telling, in the last line, we all shall lie, okay? So we all shall lie, it talks about what? It talks about that ki after the death, okay? So after the death we will be buried. Where we will be buried? We will be buried in the same, on the same earth. So don't discriminate anyone, okay? So this is the first stanza, and now we'll move on and I'll explain to you the second stanza. In the second stanza, what he is telling, in the second stanza the poet says, what does he says? He says that people of other countries also have the same sun, air and water. So what do we need to live a life? So we need air, air is compulsory, water, that fixed, air, water, sun, and as well as food, that's important. So he's telling they in the sense, if you are from this country, they in the sense other country people, okay? They too aware of sun. So you may be thinking, you know, only sun is coming to you, the sun is not giving its sunshine to the other country. No, the sun is equal for everyone, the air is equal for everyone, the water is equal for everyone. So we need that. So why? Because we are human beings, so we should not regret it, okay? And also he says it means that God does not, like he says, God does not differentiate between people and treats everyone equally. So he's telling ki God created us and he didn't discriminate us ki you should be this particular country, you should be from that particular country. Then who are you to say ki you should hate another country? Because to find a power, okay? He's telling ki what is this, okay? And then he's telling at the time of peace everyone eats. So here, are fed up by peaceful harvest, by wars, long winter stopped. So then here he's talking about at the time of peace, when like during the time of peace and during the time of fest, what do? We eat food, right? And we enjoy our lives. How we are doing, like that only they also will do, okay? So your neighbor countries will also do the same thing. So it's useless to hate them. And again he says that but they also suffer during the time of war. So you are enjoying and they are also enjoying, and when you plan to hate that particular country and to go for the war, what will happen? You will be suffering, and with the other country they are also suffering with you, okay? So when you are happy, they are also happy, when you are sad, they are also sad. It's up to you ki how you are going to mold your life, okay? And then he's stuck like, but they also suffer during the war and also winters. In during the time of winters, what happened? A lot of people don't get a food, okay? So they won't find a food to have but why? Because of the winter season. How I am suffering, like that only they will be suffering. And then he is telling, so the poet means, what does the poet means? That everyone has seen good and bad days in their lives. All of us have the same hands, and we will work hard to earn our livelihood. Okay, so for everyone God has gave the hand. So we, what we have to do? So war is not only one solution to come up with that problem. No, you can do another thing instead of war, according to the poet. Okay, the labors not differentiate from our own. Got it? Next we'll move on to the next stanza. Then he says, remember, they have eyes like us that wake, a sleep and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose us, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Okay? So in the third stanza, so here the poet says that the people of other countries have eyes similar to us that wake and sleep. Okay, they also have the strength that can be won by love. Okay, so he's telling the strength and the power of love, not the power of war. Okay, and then he says, everywhere on the land, life is universally the same. It means that we have similarities in our body parts, and it functions in a similar way. If we can recognize it, then we will understand that all human beings share equal traits. Okay, so this is all about the third stanza. Okay, he's talking about, he's telling ki love is important. So if you like, it's up to you. Either you want to build or mold yourself by the lot of positivity. It's up to you. If you want to build yourself with lot of negativity, but you should know the differences between this. So if you are going in a wrong way, that is for the, yes, negativity side, so what will happen? You won't be happy at all. You will be like creating problems to your own neighbors, own brothers. This won't be acceptable. So you should not be like that. And one thing is, you should love everyone, you should spread love. Okay, then in the next para, in the fourth stanza, the poet says, what does he says? So he says that whenever we are told to hate a person of another country and think of him as our enemy, that we are depriving, cheating and condemning ourselves. So here, condemn in the sense we are blaming. Okay, so condemning ourselves. He further says that we should not pick up weapons to fight against each other. We should not fight amongst us, should live in harmony. Okay, so in the in the fourth stanza, what does he say? He is telling ki don't hate everyone. So when someone come and someone says ki you should hate Pakistan people, okay, I am telling you the example. Okay, you should hate the Pakistan people, and when you fix that, okay, I hate Pakistan people, I don't want to be in their country. Okay, but you don't know the actual reason what's going on there. Okay, so the poet is telling the same, don't hate them na. So why you are hating them? If you want to hate them, so when you start hating them, so you don't realize their problem. So instead of hating them, try to spread love, try to give the equal opportunity to them, and stop hating them. Okay, so go like, talking about the Pakistan and talking about the India is different matter. But like in your neighbor people, so whenever they in your neighbors you hate someone, okay, so when you started hating them, you don't like that particular person. So what you have to, like, whenever you saw his face, you will be very sad. No, I don't want to see that particular man. Yeah, I don't like. So what you are doing, you are just neglecting yourself, and you are just doing nothing. You are just wasting your life. And we just have so many life. No, we just have one life, and in that one life you should feel in your side love, positivity. Okay, then in the last stanza, So we'll move on to the last stanza here. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells, our fire, and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. So, in the last stanza, the poet laments that human beings are spoiling the earth by their hate. Okay, so he's telling during the time of war what happened. So when you start fighting, so war will happen. Okay, so here I'll write, so because of war, so when the war starts, so what will happen, the pollute smoke will start. Okay, so when the smoke starts, what happened, this smoke, what they did, as always they pollute what, they pollute air. Okay, they pollute air. So that's the reason he is telling it, stop hating everyone. Okay, it's not necessary. If you're hating a person from another country by mistake or by wantedly, you are just spoiling the earth. They are they are destroying their innocence by their, like by their fear of war, by their fire of war. The smoke which comes out through the weapons fills the air with dust. No, he further adds that the air which is present everywhere is ours. Okay, so air is like for everyone. We should not make it dirty by a feeling of hatred. We should remember that no men are foreign and no country are strangers. We all are equal and the same. So this is all about this poem. This poem gives you a lot of knowledge, and it teach you that you should not hate anyone, because if you are planning to hate someone, first think to yourself that you are also hating yourself. Okay, so now let's move on to the poetic elements. So here is the poetic devices. So in here they have used three poetic devices. First is metaphor, repetition, and enjambment. So metaphor here, uniform. What does uniform refers? Yes, uniform refers to the military of different countries, right? So that's a metaphor. And then war. War, it depicts what? It depicts time. It shows you okay, this particular time, and as well as the winter season. Then repetition of the words in the poem. There are a lot of repetition word, and one thing that is remember, right? And then remember, no men are strange and no countries are foreign has been used. And then enjambment. So enjambment in the sense, so if you see this poem, there is no particularly full stop. Okay, so you can't able to say ki, okay, so if I full stop over here, so in the next line only I will get a full stop. No, so next line it doesn't have any full stop. Okay, then comma starts. So here what happened, no particular division of the word, so for that we'll say enjambment. Okay, understood this concept? And now let's move on to the question and answer section. So here the first question, according to the poet, if we hate our brothers, whom are we actually hating? Okay, so according to the poet, when he says ki if you want to hate someone, so whom you are actually hating? Foreigners, ourselves, some selfish people, or soldiers? Okay, then next question, what is the meaning of no men are foreign? All men belongs to the mankind, all people are equal, no person should be different to you, all of the above. So these answers you have to give me in the comment section below, and you should know the actual reason, meaning, and idea of this poem. And I love this poem, so read it well and try to copy, okay, something from this poem. Okay, so till then, take care, respect your parents. Thank you.